Hola, Charlene T. Easter here, and welcome back to the channel. So, someone had a birthday yesterday. Can you guess who it was? Happy birthday to me. I am proudly and gratefully 56 years young because this is the youngest I'm ever going to be again in life, right? Right. And we also know that getting older is truly a gift. It's truly a gift. So I feel super grateful. I wanted to pop on tonight to not really go through a lot of products. Um, of course, when I go through my list of 6 things, um, if there are specific products that you want me to kind of elaborate on a little bit more, let me know. However, I would like for you to know that it is my intention to have a playlist for 55 and super fine because that's the goal. That's the goal. Lord, did I say 55? Did I just say getting older was a gift? And then I'm going to take away a year? 56 and super fine in 2026. Okay. So that is the goal. And somewhere near the end of this quick video, I will share a couple of new things that I would like to incorporate into my life that I think will make me feel that I know would make me feel better. But I was thinking, and I posted in the community tab, um, and also on my other social media platforms. So Instagram at Charlene T. Easter and at Epiphany Beauty. Both of those would be me. As well as I think I did it on my TikTok as well, which is at Charlene T. Easter. I don't know if we have a lot more time on that platform between me and you, but at Charlene T. Easter with 2 R's on the end, okay? But I was just thinking about what things I have done over the past like 10, 15-ish years that I consider to be good beauty and self-care habits or routines that essentially are a part of how I mind my melanin and my mindset because it is critical that we prioritize self-care in a number of ways. And yes, because most of the time when people meet us, see us, it's physical, right? So it's the outer parts of you that people are interacting with first. So a lot of times we think about the minding our melanin, like, little makeup, little lip, little body glow, but I strongly encourage us not to forget to include our inner parts as well, which is why um I started this channel and I haven't said it in a while, but this is a space. Thank you so, so much. This is a space for melanated women who are prioritizing their health and their happiness. And I believe that we can do that by maintaining our melanin as well as a positive mindset so that we can create magic in our everyday lives based on whatever magic is for you. And in order for us to do those things, it is critically important that we prioritize self-care and self-love. And I can also say that one of the reasons that I really wanted to start this channel, besides the fact that I'm a total beauty junkie, is because this is a journey for me too. And it's like, I feel a bit like I'm sharing my journey with all of you, who I will eventually connect with on this channel. And so for me, when I took a little bit of time just to think about some of the things that I have developed to be good habits that make me feel confident, that make me feel uh sensual, and that still make me feel very young at heart, okay? Um included 6 key things. So I posted them, but I just want to run through them quickly and elaborate just a little bit in hopes that this will be encouraging to someone out there and helpful in some way. And not to say that the 6 things that I've shared already and that I'm going to share again are the exact same things that you will need to do to feel really good and confident and have high self-esteem. Um, and feel pretty, feel beautiful, just all the great things. But I hope it will encourage you to think about what are some key things in terms of beauty and self care routines or habits that you can develop for yourself. And it doesn't have to be 6, that will make you feel better about you in 2026 and beyond. Okay. So, of the 6 things, I'm going to run through them very quickly that I listed. Um, these are the things that very much make me still feel like that girl at 56. Okay. And the first thing is having an AM and PM skincare routine. The second thing is having a signature hair style and the color for me. Okay. The color for me. Um, Third thing, to make sure that I am exfoliated, hydrated, and lubricated almost at all times. Okay. Like we have our chill days. Thank you, Kim. um, we have our days, but in general, it really is a habit for me because it feels good for me. And I'll circle back to that. The fourth thing is that shimmer and scent creates sensual skin. I'll circle back. I'll circle back. The fifth thing is therapy, self awareness, and supplements. Okay. And then the sixth thing is kindness is the key, but boundaries. Boundaries. Okay. So let me run through each one and just share a little bit more about myself. Some of these things, if you've watched some or many of my videos, you might have an idea about already, but there might be some new people here who don't know. And I just kind of want to share my why for these things. Um, I will tell you that the AM and PM skincare, which is the first thing, I think that is one of the first things, and honestly, one of the easiest things that you can do that'll be really beneficial, not just to your skin, but I think for me, how you feel um, when you're doing something that you know is really good for you, not just because it'll make your skin look better, but it's like you're taking care of yourself. And I can honestly say that I am 56, but for most of my adult life, probably until about 10 or 12 years ago, I have had all types of skin issues all the time. And most of my adult life, I suffered from adult acne as a result of having PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. And there are tons and tons of symptoms that can come along with having PCOS. So for me, insulin resistance is one. So you'll see some videos on the channel about my weight loss journey. I am still very much in a weight loss journey or on a weight loss journey, but more so a fitness journey. We'll circle back to that. But extra hair, facial hair, as well as acne is a side effect of PCOS. So I have I have had, and right now I'm still dealing with some hyperpigmentation because of my nerves, because a lot is going on. I have bad nervous habits. Some of them I was able to break over the years, and some not so much. And one is that I pick my face. And to be honest, a lot of times I'm not even conscious that I'm doing it. So, um, my supervisor, who also is one of my good friends, when I'm at work, and different friends who I've told that I have this bad habit, when they notice that I start to put my hands on my face because I'm not always conscious of it, they're like, hands down, hands down. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Thank you very much. So that is something that I still struggle with. Although I am super proud of how far I've come with my skin. And some of this is because I finally decided that it was important for me to create and adhere to a basic skincare regimen. Like, it's a little more than basic now, but I just remember when I made myself start. And a basic skincare regimen for anyone, okay? For anyone is you need to have a facial cleanser that is going to work for whatever your skin type is. You need to have a facial moisturizer, no matter what your skin type is, because the moisture we need is like hydration, which most of the time is water. It doesn't have to be oil if you have oily skin. I've had oily skin most of my life, okay? And if it is for your AM routine, you must, even with our melanin, wear a sunscreen. Okay. And technically, we're supposed to reapply it every 2 or 3 hours. That is something I don't always do, but I did get a little more into a habit of the reapplying. But I do wear sunscreen every single day, whether I'm working from home, whether I'm staying in the house, or whether I'm going outside. I wear sunscreen. So a basic AM skin care regimen is comprised of a facial cleanser, a moisturizer, and a sunscreen. If you don't do anything else and you do those things every day, your skin will have the benefit of that, okay? And then for the evening, you also need to have a PM routine. It can be your cleanser and your moisturizer, and that could be it. If you are someone who is like, I just need the bare minimum, I don't want to do a lot, I don't feel like doing a lot. Um, what I would highly recommend, if you are someone who wears any sort of like tinted moisturizer or any kind of makeup, I do recommend a double cleanse, meaning that you would have a cleanser with that is an oil-based cleanser or balm to break down all that makeup and get it all off first, and then go in with a water-based cleanser to actually clean your face and your skin. And then at a minimum, do a really good hydrating moisturizer. We can get into treatments and things like that in another video if you all are very interested, but I do extra things. But I just remember how good it felt. And at first, it felt a little bit like a chore because I just was never consistent. There are so many things that I would not be consistent with. And there are some things now that I still struggle with consistency with, but I'm working towards doing better at those things. But the moment that I decided that I have to take better care of my skin and develop a skincare routine for the morning and the evening and really started to be consistent with it, it made me feel so much better about myself because I felt very much like I was taking care of myself for something that had always been a bit of a pain point for me. I was very, very, very self conscious about my skin and having a lot of acne scarring. And it took me years. It took me years. Like, there are men that I have dated that never, ever saw me without makeup. That is how self conscious I used to be. And I am so grateful for growth and for doing affirmations in the mirror. I think they call it mirror work. I think that's what it's called. Is it mirror work? Um, to affirm myself that I am beautiful, whether I have makeup on or not, whether I have acne scarring going on or not, whether I have a few extra wrinkles or crinkles on my face, being able to affirm myself verbally to myself, look at myself and see beyond any imperfections is growth and something that I am very grateful for. And I knew it was growth when I started to share video content on Instagram and stories because I was really self-conscious and nervous. So initially, I would share my bare face when I would do my makeup sometimes, especially when I had a lot of scarring going on in my stories because I knew it would disappear after 24 hours. So sometimes we have to ease into things that are uncomfortable for us. But now there are videos that are on this channel, even some shorts where you'll see what I have going on at any given time. And it is what it is. And honestly, YouTube helped me feel less self-conscious. When I used to watch a lot of beauty videos and see I was not the only one dealing with hyperpigmentation and acne scarring and dark spots. So, yeah, making sure that I prioritized my skincare, and another really big thing I did for my skin was enlisted the help of estheticians. That has made the biggest difference with the scarring and hyperpigmentation, and just the overall condition of my skin. In addition to the fact that I have my dedicated skincare routines and I make sure that I do it morning and night. So I love several different products that I kind of keep in my rotation, but they are a part of my core, no matter what else I might be trying. So, number one is Tatcha. It is a bit of an investment, but I literally feel like Tatcha's, the dewy skin cream, saved my skin when we were all at home, couldn't go out nowhere, dehydrated. My skin is oily. It's less oily now, but was oily, but I was dehydrated. The Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream to me saved my skin. It is just, Tatcha is one of the most, to me, I haven't experienced everything, but it is such a luxurious feeling brand. And using those products to cleanse my face, to hydrate my face, the scent of it, I love so, so much. It just felt like this beautiful, this beautiful ritual and something that I began to look forward to doing. So, Tatcha the rice wash, Tatcha the camellia cleansing oil is the goat. Okay, it's the goat. If you look at any of my product empties, you will see one, two, or three of those. The goat. Tatcha's the dewy cream. Tatcha's the water cream. Really, really good. And there are other products. Tatcha, the Kissu lip mask. So many products. So it doesn't have to be expensive. Naturium is also a part of my skincare routine. The Barrier Bounce is a newer product. So good for hydration. So, so good. Whenever I am playing in makeup with some of my friends and family and I use that on them, they are like, oh my God, what is this? It's really good. And I think within the past couple of weeks, they actually released a Barrier Bounce like mist, facial mist. So I look forward to trying that. So, AM, and PM skincare routine. If you do not have one, I strongly encourage you to find one. And if you need help choosing products, holla at your girl. I can help you. Not an esthetician, but I can help you based on all of the products that I've used, knowing a little bit about your skin type and the type of woman that you are and how much time you're willing to commit. That is something that I would be able to service you for. Well, that's something I will be able to provide a service to you for. So there's that. So skincare is number one. And if you're able to and you need to, enlisting the services of a healthcare professional. First, it was a dermatologist for me. And then the biggest results, positive results that I got working with estheticians, chemical peels, and facials. Huge difference. Someone who is licensed, someone who is certified, and someone who is knowledgeable, whether they have melanin skin or not. Because my master esthetician that I work with does not have melanin skin, but she has improved my skin so much. And I found her from one of my sorors whose makeup I used to do all the time. Thanks, Sandra. Hey. Um, and I just remember one day doing her makeup, like, oh my God, your skin looks fantastic. And she referred me to Ryan, who is my beauty boo, and I love her. Like, she has made a huge difference in my skin. So there's that. You want to make sure people are qualified when they're playing with chemicals and stuff on your face and your hair, which leads me to my second thing. For me, I didn't even necessarily realize that I had a signature style and cut when I finally was brave enough to cut my hair. Um, Shout out to Jada, aka Jade, of the Jade Multicultural Salon in Richmond, Virginia, okay? Because I love her. And I literally met her when I was doing makeup for a bridal party and she was doing everyone's hair. And when I tell you I was impressed, I almost really feel like that's an understatement. I think this was a large bridal party, fairly large. Like maybe it was about seven different ladies, and everyone had different hair. There were people with sew-ins, weave, locks, braids. I can't remember if someone was there with natural hair. But when I tell you the way she flew through everybody's hair and gave them a fly ass hairstyle, I just was kind of like, she is fantastic. And by the time I finished makeup and she finished hair and we were walking out together, I was like, are you accepting clients? Like, do you work around here? And from then, Jay has been my beauty boo. I love her, not just for how well she has taken care of my hair and my daughter's hair, but all the other things we have done in terms of photo shoots and just kind of encouraging and supporting each other in business and in life. Like, I love and appreciate her so much. Jade is someone who is highly skilled, super passionate, super sweet, an exceptional listener. Because when I first met her, I had longer hair. Like it might have been like maybe about here. And I was about to transition from relaxers into natural hair. And I was super nervous about it. And I did eventually make that transition, but before I did, Jade relaxed my hair. Jade eased me into color because I wanted color, but I was always afraid. Eased me into color. She eased me into when I cut off all the relaxer. She eased me into cutting my hair into a TWA and then adding more color. Like, I feel so grateful to have met her and to have her in my life. Yes, as a master stylist. She's a loctician. Like she do lot like she do everything. When I need a keratin, when it's like I feel like I want my hair straight a little bit, like everything, everything. And I didn't realize that I had a signature style. I get compliments all the time on my haircut and my hair color, and I owe that to Jade. But I realized I can't remember how many years it's been because I've had my hair like this for quite a while. Even if I go sometimes back dark, even if I go into a sew-in or if I go into some braids or some twists, right? Sometimes we got to mix it up, right, ladies? Okay, right. But it doesn't mean that you still can't develop a signature style that works for you and makes you feel really good about how you look, just getting yourself ready every day. Whatever that is, whether you're natural, whether you're relaxed, whether you have locks, whether you wear braids, whatever it is, whether you wear weave, girl, I do it all. I've done it all. Okay. So I didn't realize I had a signature style until I would start to go to events where I live, and especially in the summertime when you're out and about and people would see me, and then when we would speak, they would be like, I thought that was you by your hair. And I'm like, oh, really? And I'm like, girl, signature look. It's so if and when you are able to find someone who can put you on that journey to finding a style that makes you feel really good about how you look and that is as easy as you want and need for it to be, I highly recommend. Now, I said color, but color may not be a part of your journey, and it's okay, right? But for me, it was really kind of embracing a signature cut and style, and honestly, stop being scared of so many things. I was scared to cut my hair forever, and now, yeah, it's just so fascinating. It's just so fascinating. And I'm just grateful for growth. Okay. Grateful for growth. So, again, shout out to Jade of Jade Multicultural Salon in Richmond, VA. Love her. She is the bomb. And I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful. She tied me up the other day for my birthday. Okay. All right. So, the third thing is, I think it is exfoliate, hydrate, and lubricate. Let me make sure I'm going in order. It is exfoliate, hydrate, and lubricate. All right. I strongly encourage you. I get that everybody is not and will not be into all the things that I'm into. And that's not even the intention of this channel. It is to share and it is to expose you to a variety of products. I know I'm a product junkie, okay? It is what it is. But I am trying to use it for your benefit, not to encourage you to buy everything under the sun because everyone doesn't need everything under the sun. In addition to the fact that I have been a part time makeup artist for a number of years. So having a lot of makeup and different beauty things has kind of been a part of my job and my personal journey, right? But the same way that we need to have a routine for our facial skincare, we definitely need to have one for our body. So even if you don't want to do a whole lot, some of the easiest things you can do these days are get an exfoliating bar of soap that you use at least 2 or 3 times a week. And it's a little bit rough. So it's going to exfoliate while you're cleansing your body, or the African net sponges, or like the exfoliating mitts. All of those things add a level of hydration, I'm sorry, a level of exfoliation to help you get rid of all the dead old skin, right? And just take care of yourself. And it feels good. And it keeps your skin soft and glowing. Okay, did you y'all picking up what I'm putting? Okay, all right. So I highly recommend exfoliation, definitely at least once. but anywhere from 1 to 3 times per week for your body, neck down. Hydration means using a moisturizer that has a good water content. Our body, just like our face, all of our skin needs some hydration, okay? And then lubrication is going to be whichever oil-based products that you like to seal in all that hydration and to give you some glow and to have our skin looking soft, okay? Um, I feel super sexy. I love a off the shoulder look. I love a little bit of a back out in terms of showing skin. I think it's sexy. And I I like looking at my skin like, girl, your skin look. I used to call for my brides, I'm gonna give you some delicious looking skin. So I love delicious looking skin. And I love knowing that my skin is soft and healthy and glowing. And I want people to be wanting to take a peek. Okay? Y'all know what people I'm talking about. Somebody tell me something in the comments if y'all know what I'm talking about, or if I ain't talking to myself, okay? We want the people to look, all right? And we want the right people to might want to do enough to be able to kind of get close enough to maybe touch, okay? The right people. All right. So exfoliate, hydrate, and lubricate your skin. Um, I have one dedicated video for that where I talk about the steps and then I share a bunch of products that I have used or was probably going to be using at the time of the video. But I just mentioned the exfoliating soaps, the exfoliating mitts. I have tons of scrubs that I really do enjoy. I love using those. I love Fenty Beauty Butter Drop. That is a staple. That is a staple. Okay, Sandra. I thank you for not leaving me out here by myself. You know, the right people. The right people. Okay. Um, I love Fenty. Um, and actually the Butter Drop Whipped Oil Body Cream. I don't care what other stuff I'm using. I always have some of that here. Really, really, really good. As is the body milk. Really, really good. And I have discovered Skin Potion. That's what I'm wearing today. And I will get into this in 2 seconds. Um, really nice body milks, triple butter body butters. If you like more of an oil base for your oil, love Skin Potion. And Brown Sugar Babe, which I'm going to get into in a minute for the oil. But I have other oils too. Other oils too. So even if it's not something that you choose to do all the time, I strongly encourage you to at least find the time for self-care at least once per week. Make a ritual out of it to give yourself a really nice relaxing bath or shower. Do your exfoliation routine from neck down. Don't forget your feet. Come out of there, hydrate yourself while your body is still a little damp, and then slather some kind of oil or a rich oil-based body butter over it. Thank me later. You gonna be glowing and your skin gonna be soft. I promise. Report back. Okay? Report back. So next up is Shimmer plus Scent equals Sensual Skin. So this is where Brown Sugar Babe, which is one of the main beauty brands that is a Black owned brand, that to me just kind of really elevated my scent game. I've always liked fragrance. It's a little crazy right now, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. These oils, one, they feel good. There are 5 different organic oils that comprise all of the Brown Sugar Babe nourishing body oils, which is what this is. And then they have a variety of scents that are based on any number of designer or niche fragrances. So probably just about anything that you might be a fan of, that you might have in your personal fragrance collection, they probably have an inspired scent for it, right? So once you add in a little bit of shimmer or shine, and by shimmer, it might be glitter. It might not. It might literally be like shimmer. Like this is a brown owned brand, Artist Couture. So this is the Supreme Glow Head to Toe Perfection Oil. And I do not know if this color is back in stock, but this is a literal oil. So you can see that kind of shimmer glitter in there. This is nice. Looks really good. Smells nice. Easy to use. Doesn't really have color. Like there's a tint to it, but nothing that would get on anything. But today, like you see, we look a little wet. I am wearing this Skin Potion Alma Divina Revitalizing Body Oil. This one costs a little more, and Skin Potion does cost a little more. But you see all that glowy goodness? This has lasted me for a long time. And it's lasted me for a long time because I semi-ration it. I ain't gonna lie. This smells a lot like Parfums de Marly's Valaya, as does Brown Sugar Babe's Halo. So when I mix in the oil, which is going to give you a bit of shimmer to your skin, right? But when I throw in a little bit of shimmer or glitter, it just makes me feel super girly, super feminine, and super sexy. I love it. I have so many body glow things. So many body glow things. I have a body glow video. I will make sure I put it in the playlist. So I encourage you to explore some of the scented body care that already is like in oil form or shimmer form, in addition to exploring a variety of scents based on whatever your tolerance is. Some of us have a variety of profiles that we like for different times, like me. And some of us are like, I only really like clean, or I only really like floral, or I only really like gourmand. So I encourage you to lean into whatever makes you feel really good when you wear it. And when you smell it, it just literally lifts your mood and makes you feel better. That is what fragrance has been doing for me a lot over the past few years. And that is why I am enjoying my, what have I been calling it? My fragrance journey. Uh, yeah. So with Valentine's and Galentine's Day coming up, a really easy way to encourage someone to want to reach out and touch, without using words, is to have delicious looking skin and letting them see a little bit of it, in my opinion. And then on top of that, when they start to get close in and you smell yummy too, it does something for me personally. So I encourage you to explore a little scent and a little shimmer to create some really sexy, sensual, yummy looking skin. I do. And then next on the list is therapy, self awareness, and supplements. I think that I actually know that therapy has been extremely beneficial to me for a number of reasons, for a number of years off and on. Um, Yes, a little peekaboo. See, you know what I'm talking about, Sandra. A little peekaboo action. Yes. um, I strongly encourage everyone to explore finding a good therapist for whatever their current needs might be. Um, Hopefully, many of us have access. I know sometimes people don't, but hopefully many of us have access to health insurance. And if we do, we pay for it. So we need to use all the services. And sometimes we get free mental health services, like so many free services, or free visits rather, per year. I encourage you to lean into it. I encourage you to have enough self awareness to know if you have certain things going on that might be a bit of a hindrance in your life, or honestly, for sure, if you have something going on that is causing a hardship for you. I think that therapy for ever and a day sometimes has been a bit demonized or stigmatized in the Black and Brown community. And I hope to encourage people to explore it. Um, and even if nothing major is wrong, but you want to tap into something that you notice that you've always done and you're trying to figure out why. Why have I always done this thing? Or something that you've never done that you wanted to do. Why? Why won't I do this thing? What's holding me back? Therapy is really great to get to know yourself, in addition to being able to work through a variety of issues with a licensed, qualified professional that is a good fit for you. Because sometimes it takes a minute. With any kind of healthcare provider to find someone who is going to provide exactly what it is that you need. So I highly recommend therapy. I do. Um, that is something that I don't know that I'll be stopping anytime soon. And especially in light of everything that's happening, like so many things sometimes, even if it's not in your world, just externally, it is, it can be debilitating if not disturbing, right? Yes, Indra. Therapy is so beneficial. Yes, yes, and yes, it is. And I feel like the biggest thing you get from therapy, one, is just taking the time to get to know yourself better in terms of you and what things are okay with you and what things are not okay with you, which helps you, to me, in all of your other relationships. And you, I think, end up being happier. You know, even if you're still working through things, and we all have our days because we're human and things happens, you know, life be lifing sometimes. But to just have the benefit of having someone with the expertise to give you tools and resources, and honestly, sometimes just an ear to listen and give you an unbiased opinion or feedback is so, 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 so helpful. So, if that is something you have shied away from and you've never explored, um, do some research and look into it to see if it's something that could help you in 2026 or beyond. And the other thing in this category that I mentioned are supplements. So, for me, a part of being self aware is I've mentioned before, again, I have PCOS. As a result of that, stress has stress can be a really big thing for me with my PCOS. And I'm saying my PCOS because while tons of women have it, how it can impact us can be very different, right? So for me, the moment I get extremely stressed out, I'm going to start to see it and feel it in my body. I'm going to feel it emotionally and I'm going to feel it mentally. All right. So, as a result of knowing those things about myself, by paying attention to myself, being self aware, as well as having good relationships with my healthcare providers, all of them, not just my therapist, but my primary care, my gynecologist, my endocrinologist, right? I know that there are certain things that I have to do to try to manage myself even when I can't manage some of the external things that are going on around me. So that for me is where supplements come in. Ashwagandha, yes, please, and thank you. Magnesium has been a really good friend to me over the past year or so in terms of helping with relaxation, being a little more calm. Um, CBD, Charlotte's Web Charlotte's Web Calm CBD, and they also have one, we have two for sleep Those have been really helpful for me, especially if I could feel myself about to get worked up based on craziness, happening around us. Those are supplements that I make sure I always have and I incorporate to keep myself level and to keep myself from getting extremely stressed out because of how I know it impacts my whole being, right? So I just wanted to mention it. Um, and just to say also that, nothing again has to be terribly wrong for you to investigate, doing therapy. You might just want to learn something new about yourself. Okay. So that was the fifth thing. And then the sixth thing is kindness, but boundaries. I believe in, and I am inherently a kind person. I am a friendly person. I am a shy person, and I am an introverted person. May not, a lot of people don't believe that about me, but I am. I've just learned through being an HR professional to be more extroverted over the past 20 or so years. But I think that we need a lot more kindness and consideration just in general in the world today, for certain in this country. But it is important to have boundaries. It is important to have that self-awareness piece. And I'm also going to say it is important to listen to your intuition if something feels a bit off or not right. Because as much as we would love to walk through life with rose-colored glasses on, there are people walking around with us who are not kind. They do not want to be kind. They do not choose to be kind. As a matter of fact, they choose to be ugly. And it is important to acknowledge that in case you find yourself having to deal with some of these people. And it's important to trust your intuition in this process, in all of these external relationships, because sometimes unkind people come across as kind. Manipulation, gaslighting, game playing, just so many things. So while I do believe in giving people the benefit of the benefit of the doubt for me never comes at a cost of potentially causing me harm. I can be kind to you and I can be cordial and professional, but still have a line as to how and when we're going to engage. Okay. And I think this is a very important thing for women and especially girls, because sometimes we are socialized to think that we have to be kind to a fault. And sometimes that kindness can put us in danger. So it is very important to be kind. You can be kind, but still be very clear with your verbals and your nonverbals about whatever your boundaries are, and knowing that your boundaries may not look like someone else's. Um, One thing I'm going to say about myself that I know, and especially I know it now. Um, I sometimes deal with I deal with a lot of different women, okay? And I have a lot of close women, good friends. And there are so many stereotypes that are put on Black women, and sometimes that gets into your psyche in terms of how you feel about yourself and how you move through the world. I strongly encourage you to not ever allow someone to put their stuff on you or play games with you to the point that it makes you question certain things that you know about yourself. Okay. And I say that as someone who has been to college a few times. And sometimes when you, as a Black woman, walk with your head up and your back straight because you're confident, because you're self assured, when you know how to speak, when you do not easily cower and you aren't intimidated by other people, there are people who want to try to make you dim your light and reduce yourself to be small. And I've experienced from people, whether they're doing it intentionally or not, that's an important distinction to make too. But in the grand scheme, it doesn't matter. What matters is, how is this person making me feel? What is it that they're doing? And is it okay or not okay to me or for me? And if it's not okay, I'm so sorry. Here's my boundary with this, this, and this. And for us to engage, I'm going to need you not to do this, or this. Okay, thank you so much. And if they think they're going to keep doing it, we just not going to engage. Okay? All right. We have a right to set boundaries to keep ourselves safe and respected. So I'm going to stop talking about this because my face just got tight because I be serious about my boundaries. And I just know that, again, especially as women in general, but for me, especially as Black women, I just, yeah, sometimes people work overtime to try to make us feel like something else because they want us to care more about how they see us than how we see ourselves. And for me, it's like, nah, you can see me however you want, but you better not cross that line in the sand. Hmm. You see your friend Kay? All right. So those were the 6 things that I thought about in terms of how I have been minding my melanin and my mindset over the past 15 or so years. And again, sometimes you start, you fall off, and then you have to start again, and it's okay. It's all a part of the journey for self-love. And in terms of 2026, there are just really a couple of things that I must incorporate, and I want to, but I'm struggling a little bit, but I'm going to have to push harder. And one thing is well, 2 things, all of them kind of are beauty things in a way. The first and the main thing is exercise. My body is so amazing. And I don't mean it like, oh, like, oh, she's so fine, her shape. I don't mean it like that. I mean, what my body physically has done and endured and fought back from is amazing to me. And every time I go to the doctor and I do a weigh-in of some sort, and he's telling me how much muscle I've gained, when I know I'm not doing everything I should as much as I should, I'm just kind of like, this is so amazing. It is so amazing to me. And I want to be fit and I want to be strong. And I know that exercise makes me feel that way from when I was very consistent for a number of years. So I got to get back into it. I got to get back into it and I want to. So I have to push harder with that. So that is one of the things that I want to do to my melanin and my mindset. Okay. Because it's so good for how you feel mentally as well. I also am becoming more conscious because of weight gain and loss, I believe, as well as getting older, of what I learned is called static wrinkles. So I don't, if you live long enough, you're going to get some wrinkles and some lines. Okay. If you smile long enough, you can get some wrinkles and some lines. It's all okay. But certain things that I notice where I'm like, that's a bit different. It's like, what can you do? So, in addition to maybe more treatments with my skincare, I have the gua sha. I think I'm saying it right. I've never done it. And I've had the little thing forever. So that is something that I want to incorporate within the next couple of weeks. It is something that I want to add to my PM skincare routine to help like sculpt my face. I think it's good for lymphatic drainage as well. And the other thing that I want to incorporate is dry brushing. I've never done it. I bought the brush for it and then I never do it. So that's something that I also want to incorporate before the end of February, at least like once a week. I know that also is supposed to be good for lymphatic drainage and they say it's supposed to be good for cellulite, but I'm like, okay, anything that might help with circulation and all these things, I just want to try some of these other things. So those are the things that are kind of like on my list to add to what else I'm doing to mind my melanin and my mindset. Um, as I celebrate another year of life, my official new year started today, and I'm really, 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 really grateful. Now I'm about to cry. I don't know where that came from, but I am. I'm really grateful. Um, and I thank y'all for hanging out with me tonight. Uh, I feel very hopeful for this online community because Black and brown women deserve love, real love, to see it, to feel it, and to know it. And we deserve safe spaces where we can laugh, where we can talk, where we can be vulnerable, and where we can support one another. And that is very much what I hope that I am building through this YouTube channel and my other social media, as well as in real life through my Melanin Magic meetups. When we get together, oftentimes I'm hosting events for us to play in some sort of beauty thing and just enjoy each other's company and woosah. Um, but yeah, we matter. We matter in the beauty space. We matter at work. We matter and we should be taking up space. And I hope that through sharing some of the beauty things that I love and these routines and habits, even as I'm trying to build some for myself, they encourage you to find whatever is magic for you so that you take up space and you show up and you show out. So, happy birthday to me. Thank you for hanging with me tonight. And don't forget to tune in on Sunday, 3 p.m., when I will be premiering my menopause myths and misconceptions interview with my nurse practitioner, Dr. Terry Page. So, this was a rambling one with no beauty products this time. It's been a while since I've just done a chit chat. So, thanks again for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share it with a sister friend that you think might enjoy it and need some encouragement. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. And I will make sure. Thank you, Sandra. I will make sure that the playlist is up before I go to bed tonight in case you are interested in products that go along with my 6 things. And I will see y'all in the next video. Happy Valentine's Day.